Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. In this particular video, we'll be discussing the most important questions for your SBI PO as well as SSC CGL examination. Okay, all these questions I have taken are most probable for these two examinations. Okay, and I have also introduced some different types which you can expect in the upcoming examination. Okay, so if these type of questions also appear in your upcoming examination, you don't have to worry. You have to follow the logic that I have discussed and you can easily solve those questions. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's move on to our questions. So the first question is, A started a business with rupees 20,000. Okay, so A is a partner who is starting a business with rupees 20,000. After 3 months, B has joined him with rupees 40,000, and after some more month, C joined them with rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so basically there are three partners. A is investing rupees 20,000, B is investing rupees 40,000, and C is investing for rupees 1 lakh. Okay, and the time interval is different. Since A had started the business, so he will be investing for what? 12 months, I can say. Okay, if the total business is for 1 year, I can say that A has invested for 12 months, B has invested for, since he has started after 3 months, so B has invested for 9 months. Okay, now for C, since they have not mentioned the time period, so I am just assuming that C has invested rupees 1 lakh for the period of what? X month. Okay, now again they are saying that B received rupees 18,000 out of the total annual profit of rupees 55,000. So the total annual profit was 55,000, and out of which the B share was what? 18,000. Okay, so how many months after A had started the business did C joined? Okay, so I already know that C has invested for a period of X month. Okay, and if I am able to find this X value, I can directly say that the answer of this question will be what? 12 minus X, because X is the time interval for which C has invested, and since they are asking how many months after A has invested, so that will be what? 12 minus X. Okay, so I have to find this 12 minus X value. So since this is a partnership question, the main concern of a partnership question is what? The profit ratio. So I can say that the profit ratio of A, B and C will be equal to what? Investment multiplied by time ratio. Okay, always this is the case with partnership question. So I can say that since the investment of A is what? 20,000, so this will be 20,000. Okay, or you can directly simplify this, since we have 4 zeros here also, 4 zeros here also, and here also I got 4 zeros. Okay, so you can cancel directly these 4 zero and write 2 only. Okay, but I am writing for the sake of your understanding. So this is 20,000 and this is invested for 12 months. Likewise for B, B is investing 40,000 for a period of 9 months, and C is investing rupees 1 lakh for a period of what? X month. Okay, now I can cancel these 4 zeros like this. Okay, and I will be left with what? 24 ratio 36 ratio 10x. Okay, so this is basically the profit ratio that A, B and C are getting. Now I can say that since B total amount is what? 18,000, so I can say that this total ratio will be what? 24 plus 36. Now 20 plus 30 is 50, 4 and 6 is 10, so 60 plus 10x. So total is what? 60 plus 10x. Okay, this is my total part of profit, and this total profit is what? Equal to what? 55,000. I can say like this. Okay, and B part is what? 36. So I can say that this 36 part is what? 18,000, right? Okay, so if 36 part is 18,000, I can say that this, I will cancel this by 18, this will become 2 and this will become 1,000. Okay, so one part will be equal to what? 500. So I can say that if one part is 5,000, so if I multiply this by 110, this will become what? 55,000. Okay, and here I will get 110. So I can say that this 55,000 is equal to what? 110. So I can equate these two, because this is these both are equal to what? 55,000. So this must also be equal to this much. Okay, so I can say that this 60 plus 10x will be equal to what? 110. Or I can say this 60 will go this side, this will become 5. So 10x is equal to what? 50. So x will be what? 5. Okay, so if x is 5, I have to find 12 minus x, which will be what? 7 months. So after 7 months from the start from the investment of A, C has invested. Okay, so C has invested for basically 5 months, and since they are asking after A has started the business, so that will be what? 7 months. So in this case, my answer will be what? 7 months. Now let's move on to our next question. So in the second question, they are saying how many different ways are possible to arrange the letter of the word machine so that the vowels may occupy only the odd positions. Okay, so first we'll count the number of letters in the word machine. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So there are basically 7 positions like this. Okay, and these are my odd positions, 3rd, 5th and 7th. We have to use these positions for the vowels only. Okay, and if I count the number of vowels, the vowels are what? A, I and E. Okay, so vowels basically are 3, and we have 4 position for the arrangement of vowels. So I can directly use permutation since there are 4 chairs and 3 persons need to be seated. So I can say that the total number of ways in which these 3 vowels can be seated in these 4 odd places will be what? 4p3. Okay, this is the total number of ways in which vowel can go in these 4 seats. Okay, now the remaining 4 seats, because since out of these 4 seats only 3 seats will be filled by vowels, so 1 seat will be left. So I will be having total 4 seats. This is my first seat, this is second, this is third, and out of these 4 there will, which is to be filled with the consonant. Okay, so we have 4 consonant and 4 seats are there. So if n seats are there and n person are there, the answer is what? N factorial. So if 4 seats are there and 4 consonant are there, the total number of arrangement will be what? 4 factorial. And fundamental principle of counting says that if you have 2 events which has to occur simultaneously, then you have to multiply the total number of ways of their occurrence. Okay, so we have to multiply these 2. So this will be equal to what? 4p3. So this will be 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial, because npr is equal to what? npr is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Okay, so this is this much multiplied by 4 factorial. 4 factorial is what? 24. So this is 24. Again, if I cancel this one, this will be 4 factorial, again 24, and 4 minus 3 is what? 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1 only. So this is 24 into 24, or I can say 24 square, which is equal to what? 576. So in this case, my answer will be what? 576. Okay, I hope that this question is also clear. Now let's move on to our question number 3. So in the third question, they are saying given BE square is equal to what? MPNB. So BE is a 2-digit number, and if I square this 2-digit number, I am getting a 3-digit number, which is equal to what? MPNB, where B, E, M and P are what? Distinct integers. Okay, that they are different integers, and the quantity 1 is defined as to find the value of M, and quantity 2 is what? Given as 2. Okay, so quantity 2 is already known. We have to find the value of M, and accordingly I have to compare these two quantity. Either quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2 or quantity 2 is greater than quantity 1. Accordingly I have to choose this option after finding the value of M. Okay, so how you are going to solve this? You can see that this is a 2-digit number. BE square is equal to what? Given as M, P and B, and you can see that in this 3-digit number the unit place is B, and here the 10th place is what? B. So these two are common. Okay, again I can see that this is a 2-digit number, and if I am squaring it, I am getting a 3-digit number. Okay, so the first 2-digit number whose square is a 3-digit number is what? 10. Okay, because 10 square is what? 100. Okay, and 9 square is what? 81. So 9 cannot be my answer. Okay, so this 2-digit number has to be greater than 10 or equal to 10. And if you go further like this, 11 square will be equal to what? 121. 12 square will be equal to what? 144. Like this, if you go up till 32 square will be equal to what? 1024. So I can see that this BE is what? Greater than 10. Okay, BE is what? Greater than 10, but BE is what? Less than 32. Because if BE is 32, then we will get a 4-digit number. Now this is a 3-digit number, so this is not possible. So BE has to be less than 32. Okay. Now between 10 and 32, okay, there are various numbers. Okay, so we don't have to check all those numbers. There is a trick, and you have to remember this trick, that we know that square of any number cannot end with what? 2 or 3. Okay, so whenever you are squaring any number, you won't get a number whose unit place is what? 2 or 3. So I can say that this B value cannot be what? 2 and cannot be 3 also. Okay, so I am discarding the value of B as 2 and 3. So I can directly say that since this is a 2-digit number and the starting value is what? B, so I can say that a number 20, 21 up till 31 is not possible, because here the B value is what? 2, here B value is what? 2, so 1 is not possible. All these numbers will be discarded. So I will be left with what? 10 to what? 19. Okay, so this is the range of this particular BE. Okay, now we have to square this, and we are getting a 3-digit number, where the 10th digit of this 2-digit number is equal to what? The unit place of this 3-digit number. I can directly say that if this is 1, because all the numbers from 10 to 19 will have B is equal to what? 1. So if this is 1, this has to be 1. Okay, so I am having a 2-digit number whose square is ending with 1. Okay, so I can directly say that either 11 square is what? 121, and 12 square will be having 4. 13 square will having 9. Okay, 14 square will having 6. Okay, so these values are not possible. Only value is what? 19 square. 19 square is what? 361. So again I am getting this one value. Okay, but since B and E are distinct integers, okay, so this 11 square is not possible. So the only possible value is what? 19. Okay, so 19 square, this BE is what? BE is equal to what? 19, and MPB is equal to what? 361. Okay, so if this is the case, I can directly say that M value is what? 3. So this is 3. So quantity 1 I have got is 3 and quantity 2 is what? 2. So I can directly say that quantity 1 is what? Greater than quantity. I hope you have understood this. If you have any problem regarding this question, you can comment down below and I will try to rectify them. Okay. This particular range is very important here. And how I have eliminated this particular range, that is from 20 up till 31, because any number, if I square any 2-digit number or any number, I will not get a number whose unit digit is what? 2 or 3. Okay. Since this 2-digit number is starting with B as its 10th digit, so B cannot be 2 and B cannot be 3 also. So I can directly discard this range of numbers from 20 to 31. Okay. So if this is discarded, I will be left with this and I can directly now check, because from 10 to 19 there are only 9 numbers. Okay. Now let's move on to our question number 4. Now in the fourth question they are saying, despite giving a discount of 11.11% on the mark price, profit obtained is what? 14.28%. Okay. So what is the percentage markup over CP? They are asking that if we are giving a discount of 11.11%, 11.11% is basically what? 1 by 9. Okay. So if discount is your what? 11.11%, which is equal to what? 1 by 9 in fractions. Okay. Now since discount is always given on markup, okay, so this is your mark price and this 1 rupees will be what? Discount. Okay. In spite of having this 11.11% discount on the mark price, the profit is what? 14.28. Now 14.28 is what? 1 by 7. So 1 by 7 is your profit percent. Okay, and profit percent is always calculated on what? CP. So this is your CP. Okay, and this is your profit. Right? This is your profit. So I can say that the SP will be what? SP is equal to what? CP plus profit, that is 8. So SP is 8. Okay, and here I can say that this is MP. Okay, this is your MP and this is discount. So SP will be equal to what? 8. Right, because your MP was 9 rupees and you are giving 1 rupees discount, so SP will be 8. Here also I am getting SP 8 and here also I am getting SP 8. So I can see that my SP is 8. Okay, CP is equal to what? 7 and MP is equal to what? 9. Okay, so I can directly find out the percentage markup. The percentage markup is basically done on CP. So the percentage markup will be equal to what? Markup divided by CP. Okay, in percentage. So markup is what? CP is increased by 2 rupees to get this MP 9. So this will be 2 and the CP is what? 7. Okay. So I know that 1 by 7 is what? 14.28%. So 2 by 7 will be what? 28.56%. So in this case my answer will be what? Option B. Okay. Now let's move on to our last question, that is the fifth question. Now the fifth question is, let k be a positive integer. So k is a positive integer such that k plus 4 is what? Divisible by 7. Okay, so if k plus 4 is divisible by 7, I can say that k plus 7 is equal to what? K plus 4 is equal to what? 7x, for example. Okay, where since they are multiple of since k plus 4 is divisible by 7, so I can see that k plus 4 is having a multiple of 7 and 7x is your answer. Okay, now then the smallest positive integer n greater than 2, so n is our smallest integer whose value is greater than 2, such that k plus 2n is what? Divisible by 7. So we have to find the value of n such that this k plus 2n is also divisible by 7. So I am just assuming that if k plus 4 is 7x, k plus 2n is... So I can write these two equations and I have to find the value of n which is greater than or equal to what? 2, and we have to find the smallest positive integer value. Okay. So if I consider this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2, and since we need to find the value of n, if I subtract 1 from 2, that is 2 minus 1, then this k and k will cancel and I will have 2n minus 4 which is equal to what? If I take 2 common, it will be 2n minus 2 is equal to what? 7x minus y. Okay, or I can say that n minus 2 will be what? 7 by 2 x minus y. Okay, now since we need to find the value of minimum value of n, okay, and n is a positive integer, so n will be equal to what? N equal to 2 plus 7 by 2 x minus y. Okay, now since n is a positive integer, so I have to minimize this value. Okay, now since they are saying that n is always greater than 2, so this is obvious because 2 plus something will be here. Okay, now since this is an integer, so I can directly say that since n is an integer, this x minus y has to be a multiple of 2. Then only this 2 will cancel this x minus y and I will have an integer value, otherwise I will have a fractional value. So the minimum value of x minus y will be what? 2, because if this is 2, this 2 and 2 will cancel and I will be left with what? 7. So this will be equal to what? 2 plus 7, that is equal to what? 9. So I can directly say that the minimum possible value of n is what? 9. Okay, because since n is a positive integer, so this x minus y has to be a multiple of 2, then only we can have n as an integer. Okay, and since we are looking for the smallest positive integer value of n, so this has to be a minimum 2 only. So this 2 and 2 will cancel. I will have 7. 7 plus 2 is what? 9. Okay. So in this case, my answer will be what? N is equal to 9. Okay. So I hope that all the 5 questions that I have discussed, you have understood that. If you have any doubt regarding any of the question, you can comment down below and I will try to rectify them as soon as possible. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Oliveboard. Thank you so much.